Welcome to my first solo podcast on everything wrong and illegal about the legal system. I believe you have a right to know the truth about the system and how it works, or more accurately, how the system doesn't work, and the right to get it. And you have the right to get it from people with receipts and lots of experience with winning cases and teaching you how not to lose your cases. That and only then, and only then is when you're going to learn about the system and how it works for each side. We believe you have the right. I believe you have the right to get the truth from someone, me, not on TV or a podcast who's never tried a case. I believe more likely you're getting information from someone who's never won a not guilty, never heard the words not guilty in a verdict. And if you're a lawyer, if you happen to have one now, and he or she's never heard the words not guilty, except on a television or a movie, you need to get a new lawyer immediately because you're going to lose. If you want to know how the system works, I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach it to you, and I'm going to teach it to you correctly, and I'm teaching it to you honestly. Your question should be, who the fuck am I? Well, some of you don't know me, but a lot of you do. My name is Matt Fletcher. I'm the only realistic hope you or your loved one ever had to see the outside world again for over 20 years. I've tried incredibly high-profile cases. I've won incredibly high-profile cases. I was a criminal defense lawyer for over 20 years. I did hundreds and hundreds of family law cases for over 20 years. I have dozens and dozens and dozens of murder cases. I have saved life after life after life. There are lots of men who are walking this earth and holding their kids' hands only because of the work I did. I've represented the heads of the Black Guerrilla family, which if you don't know what it is, I'll tell you, it's the African-American version of the mafia. I have represented the heads of the Mexican mafia. I've represented the heads of the Aryan Brotherhood. I've represented the famous, the infamous, every fucking secret to the trade. And I'm going to give them all up. I'm going to give them all to you. This is the first time I'm going to be a snitch, and the first time I snitch will be broadcast, and it will be preserved forever on the internet. It will also be the truth about the system. I will never implicate a client. I will never implicate a former client or out anyone who hasn't already outed themselves. That's not my job. It's not relevant for you all to be experts on the system. You don't need to know what I know about who committed crimes who didn't. But anyone who's out there trying to clown or front and say they're not a snitch, when we know they are, they didn't commit a crime, we will expose it with publicly available information, okay? I'm going to teach you about every objection, why every objection is made in a courtroom, so you'll know what hearsay means. You'll know what an objection is. You know the reason that someone's making those objections. There is no lawyer you're going to hear from, definitely not in Southern California, who has more not guilty verdicts than I. None. Johnny Cochran had a string of 10 in a row. I hear I've won dozens. There may be one or two, but if there are, there are very, very few lawyers who've ever tried more cases than I have. That expertise and that experience gives me the right and the knowledge to promise you the truth about the system. Today is the end of all the legal lies you've heard, all the bullshit you're told during the trials or hearings you see on TV, or even from your own lawyers or your loved ones' lawyers. From now on, I will explain to you the inside, the outside, the middle, and using everyday language, street language, legalese, cussing, whatever we need to make sure that you have a clear understanding of what's going on. I will explain to you sometimes that your loved ones are just done. They're going to lose, and I'm sorry for your loss. But having the clarity of knowing when you can win and when you can lose is incredibly important, understanding the system. I'm also going to work with a lot of internet sleuths. These are people who are like me, except they don't have the training and the experience, but they do want to expose the wrongs in the world. They want to expose people who are in jail that shouldn't be. And I want to tell you, there's a very, very distinct difference between being innocent and someone who shouldn't be in jail. Innocent is not a standard that's used in a court of law. Not guilty is, not proven is. We're not here to prove that people are innocent or not innocent. We're here to prove that these people should not be in jail because the law there was a setup, there was a screw up, for many, many, many reasons that we'll go over. There are unfortunately far too many people who are sitting in jail, and they're sitting there not because they committed the crime. They're sitting there because they got lawyers that are horrible. The number of clients that I've gotten and received from other lawyers who had told them, you don't have a chance. You're going to lose. Your husband's never coming home. Take 20 years. It'll be a good deal. And I've walked them out of the door, literally walked them onto the street. I can't hardly count. I have the receipts. I have the names. I'll bring them on here or there to say, hey, Matt did this, Matt did that. Not to pat myself on the back, which I will do many times, but to remind you folks that what we're talking about is real. This is real life law. This is real life drama. This is real life altering and changing circumstances and consequences that just aren't being told to you. I'm also going to post some stuff on the multicultural ministry, which is a spiritual little pick-me-up. We have a multicultural ministry where we try to talk to people about how we can all get along and how we can all help get these young men and these young women and old men and old women out of this system, particularly when they're innocent, particularly when they should not be incarcerated. And I'm here to tell you, after you've learned how corrupt and how crooked and how fixed most of the legal system is and the proceedings are, you will need a spiritual uplift. And it also shows that, we have a well-rounded life. We've got it's very difficult to deal with the tragedies of the criminal justice system and the legal system without having a very strong spiritual background behind you. Check it out. You'll like it. If you don't like it, you can skip over it. The very first case we're going to work on, the very first case I'm going to talk to you about is one that you're going to enjoy because it's very, very popular. It's Suge Knight. There are, last time I checked, something in the neighborhood of 18 podcasts that have been about Suge Knight or freeing Suge Knight or trying to tell some secret information. It's all bullshit. I was Suge Knight's lawyer. I'm the only one of the dozen lawyers he had, whoever had the balls and had the expertise to take the case to trial, to put it on record what they have and what they do not have. It was televised. It was watched by something like 500,000 people live. So what I'm telling you is coming directly from the record. I know the secrets. I know the truth. I know about this case in a way that no one else does. I know what Suge Knight thought. I know what Suge Knight was doing. I know what Suge Knight was thinking because I asked him. I've known Suge almost his entire life. I know all the people involved. I know all the secrets involved. And I know the truth. And I'm going to share those truths with you, not because Suge Knight is an angel. I'm going to share those truths with you because Suge Knight got set up. And I know who framed him. And I know why he was framed. They're easy answers. Publicity, movies, money, and fear. I really, really, really know that you enjoy the hell out of these episodes. And it's going to take a few episodes for us to get through all the receipts, all the publicly available information that will prove that Suge Knight was in fact set up, show that he was set up for a reason by a certain group of people, and that's what they intended to do, and that's what they did. This is going to be a real, real good experience for you. I find it very enjoyable. I think that it's very important that you get the truth and don't listen to the bullshit. I'm going to tell you what happened. Suge Knight can't really tell you because remember, Suge wants to get out one day. And he can't sit there and tell you that judge or that prosecutor or that cop was dirty and then turn around and ask the same judge or cop or prosecutor to help let him out of prison. I can tell the truth. I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to bring publicly available receipts. I will put together other statements that are out on the airnet, out on the waves, and I will put them in context and show you that, in fact, Mr. Marion Suge Knight is wrongfully in prison. Please watch the show. You will enjoy it and comment it. Comment on it. Thank you. All right, let's see.